Hello, hello, hello. It's Kathy Bedell at mystampandspot.com. I coming to you a couple minutes late. Mostly because I had no idea what I was doing. So here we are. So I picked this Speedy Recovery, and I always try to do something that for people that I might be thankful for, grateful for. So I picked Speedy Recovery, and we are going to do some kind of tea bag holder. And when I tell you I have no idea what we're doing, I mean it sincerely. I have no idea what we're doing. So I'm going to build it around this. I pulled some shapes off my desk. This comes from the Stylish Shapes. It's the squares, the circles. I'm sorry, they're stitched. I did not pull those dies. This was on my desk. This is from the deckled rectangles. They make rectangles, but they kind of have a cute uneven edge. And actually there was another one here. So I have those. I don't know if I'm using them or not, but we're going to find out. And this was also sitting on my desk, so I thought that I would maybe check this one out too with some ribbon, because it has little ribbon holes in it. This comes from, what does this come from? This comes from Designer Tags Dies. So these are very cool and very cute. So that's what I'm working with. I'm going to put the Speedy Recovery over here, and I'm going to pop out these little ribbon holes here. Maybe this is why this was sitting on my desk, because it didn't come to pop out too clean when we were die cutting. Alright, I brought over Blackberry Bliss and some white, and the inks I'm choosing are Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, and Blackberry Bliss. Now, Mossy Meadow is what I was really choosing, but then I realized we don't really have a Mossy Meadow ribbon. So I pulled out this 2-pack. This is Old Olive in Sahara Sand. So I may divert to Old Olive. It all depends on what it looks like when it's cut. All right, let's go. Tea bag holder. Hey, Pat. Thanks for joining me. All right, so this is... Oh, my window's open. Stuff is blowing. This is... I'm going to do 4 inches, so I have plenty of space for adhesive. So I'm going to trim the long way 4 inches. Like that. Put that aside. And I'm going to make an envelope. So what I am thinking is like a pouch. Some kind of pouch to hold this. So let's see here. What do we need? I would say about like that. And about like that. So that is about, let's see how long that is. Do you like my specifics? This is so you can see how I work. That is about, you know what, I'm going to do this rather than try to open my... We are at about, I'm going to say, oh gosh, 8.5 inches, roughly. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to 8.5... I'm going to cut this to 8.5. So this is 4 by 8.5. And I may have to redo this. I may be eating humble pie here. We're going to find out pretty soon. And halfway of 8.5 would be 4 1/4. But I want to give a little room for my bag to sit. So I'm going to say that I want the 1/4 inch for the bag to sit in there. So I'm going to score at 4 1/8. Having trouble reading this here around the phone. Okay, so 4 1/8, and then I'm going to rescore at 4 1/4. And I hope this is going to do what I want. Hey, KB, you're in Maine. How exciting. I don't think I did that right, because I wanted a 1/4 inch in between the two. Let's see what that folds up as. I may not have done this right. I think I only did it. I'm going to start that over. Watch me go. I'm back to 4 inches. 4 inches by 8.5. I told you I didn't plan this. Do you believe me now? 4 inches by 8.5. So 8.5 would be 4 1/4. Oh, I scored it in the wrong direction. So 4 1/4 would be exactly half. So I want to do 4 3/8, which is right there. So I want to go 1/8 of an inch bigger than 4 1/4 and 1/8 of an inch smaller than 4 1/4. Yep, and then we want to score, where are we here? Then this one is going to be 4 3/8 on the other side. So what I did, I'll go back and show you again. What I did was I cut it at 8.5. I scored 4 3/8, then I turned it and did 4 3/8. And that is going to give me, that's giving me a wrong score again. Oh, no, it's not. Nope. I just didn't score it very good. But actually, yep. No, that's not right. Look at me go. Look at me go, girls. 4 inches. Good thing this is a 10-minute Tuesday because I would never make it. By 8.5. All right. 4 1/4 is the halfway point. So I want to do, I'm going to bring it this way. So I want to do 4 1/2. No, that's going to be too big. 4 3/8. Thought this is what I did before, but I guess I didn't. 4 3/8. And then I want to go 4 1/8. And that should give me a 1/4 inch in between. That, now we're in business. Now we are in business. You guys do this? Do you waste paper doing this? See, there we go. And now it's going to fit in there very nicely, like that. I'm going to put my cutter away because apparently I'm dangerous with a cutter today. All right, so this is measuring 4 by 4 1/8. So I have some white cardstock we're going to stamp on. I'm going to do 3 3/4 by 4 1/8 would be 3 7/8. Woohoo! There we go. Put my cutter aside for a few minutes. Now we're going to experiment with the stamp set. I love this Wishing You a Speedy Recovery. And I happen to like this tissue box. And I think I like this spoon. So we're going to be a little silly here with our placement. This is not going to be a realistic card. I don't tend to do spatially awkward things, but I have a feeling today I will be. That said, all of a sudden I'm wondering if this deckled rectangle might be a little better. That'll get stamped that way. And then maybe a DSP under here. Or that doesn't really fit, so that's out. I guess although that doesn't, it says I'm here for you, sending well wishes your way. I like the Wishing You a Speedy Recovery, so I think, let's see, is that going to fit? That would fit. That would fit. Look at me go. Acting very bizarre here, but that's okay. All right, I'm going to stamp my tissue box on scrap paper first, the old olive. I'm not convinced I'm going to love the old olive, but it does match the ribbon. And I think I need... Oh, isn't that pretty? Do you love that? Wow, I love that way better than I thought. So I'm putting that mossy meadow away. All right, let's see what this looks like when it's stamped. This is Rich Razzleberry. And I'm going to stamp this on scrap paper and see what that looks like. Ooh. All right. Oh, look at me. I just smudged this all over here. All of a sudden, I'm going to try this. It may not fit, but I actually think I'm going to hand snip this. Yes, Old Olive is one of the better long-time colors, isn't it? I do love it. You're right. Hey, Karen, how are you? Karen, I'm glad you're tuning in late. Glad you don't have to witness what I just went through for measurements. And I'm kind of smudging a little bit of Rich Razzleberry on this image. So it was a beautiful day here in the Northeast, and all of a sudden, my stamp room is getting really muggy. And I'm moving kids into school tomorrow, my daughter. I'm moving her into college tomorrow. She goes early because she plays sports, so she has to go for camp. And I am not looking forward to packing the car because, you know, girls, they do not pack light. I'm not looking forward to moving my daughter in and packing that car and lugging it up flights of stairs. Okay. I'm kind of thinking just maybe I will die cut this as well if I can find it. Here it is. Hey, Karen. Nice to see you. So this stamp set does not have dies. I'll put it over here so you can see it well. It does not have dies. But I love to hand trim. It's boring on your end watching this, I know. Oh, I have news for you. I have news for you, my loyal followers. I'm so grateful to you. Fall is coming. Cool weather's coming. We won't be spending as much time out. Oh, the football team helped move in. Yeah, so my son plays football, so there was no football team to help him move in. But yes. And my daughter's school doesn't have a football team. So, but that was an advantage, Pat. A huge advantage. So, fall is coming. Longer days are coming. And I am going to bring back free online bingo once a month. Haven't exactly. It'll start, I think, in September. And if you ever played before, I do send out little prizes if you win. And I will give you more details about it. But for those of you who played in the past or know about it, it is a lot of fun. They're fun nights. And I'm kind of thinking Monday nights. But I'm open to suggestions. Hooray, bingo! There's a lot of white in the background. I'm going to reach down and see if I can find some DSP here that matches. Let me see. What do we have? Oh, look at this. I think this is the Awash in Beauty DSP. I think we're going to put some of that on this. It is a great set, Karen. It's beautiful. I actually made you a class around it because I love it so much. Ooh. Yep, that's what I'm going with. It's bright without being too loud. Does Some of these patterns are very loud to send to a sick person. That would be cute too, but I don't know if I like it as well. Yep, nope. Oh, wait a minute. Sold. What do you think? The checks or the floral? Here's my pieces. Let me know what you think. Checks or floral? I'm kind of leaning towards the checks. It'll have white under it, spacing it out. So it'll either be like this or like this. Checks. Yep, going with checks. Going with checks. Pulling the piece out. Alright, I guess we're going to bring that cutter back out. I don't want to lose my tea bag that's going inside. So, I don't work for them. I get nothing from them, but I buy from this company called David's Teas. One of my stampers turned them on to me years and years and years ago. And David's Tea used to be a home party. So I'm doing this at 3 3/4 because I know this is 4. They used to be a home party company in Canada, and then they went to selling, like directly online. And they have something called, I think this is 3 7/8. I can cut it off if I need to. Then they went to selling directly online. And they have a tea called 911, which if you are ill, it has like a menthol and it totally helps clear you up. And again, I have no interest in this company. It's not like I have any reason to pitch it. But I'm just sharing because it has been a lifesaver in this house more than once. So I'm playing here. That's really big. How about this scallop one? Let's see. That's pretty big too. I have a whole bunch of shapes over here. Ooh, wait a minute. Maybe. Oh, I think this might be it. This is just a stitch circle. Yep, that's what I'm going with. All right, wishing you a speedy recovery. And I am going to do that in the Blackberry Bliss. And I'm going to... I do like these deckled shapes, though. I'm struggling not using that because I really wanted to. Oh, it helps when you take the protective covering off the back. So you guys will probably notice when I'm online that I don't put the adhesive stickers on the back of my stamps, and I'll tell you why. I host Much Better with Less White. Yes, you're right, Pat. I host anywhere between 35 and 40 women in my stamp room a month. That's a lot of people handling blocks and stamps, and sometimes there's 12 or 13 in this room at one time. And I have found that when I put the cling stamps on, if this block isn't 100% clean and the cling stamp itself isn't 100% clean, they don't always stick. Whereas, like for instance, this block right now is pretty dirty. And today it did start out clean, but before people come, I clean all the blocks. But, you know, by the time you like to, person 10, they get their fingerprints all over it. They may have spilled something to eat or drink on it. And then the stamps don't stick quite as well. So while you're at home, I recommend you put the labels on. But you'll almost never see me with labels on my blocks. And that is the reason why. Okay. So I was going to stamp this on scrap. But I don't have to. Because it's a circle. So it doesn't matter if I stamp it upside down. Oh, I get a little smudge. Well, that's all right. We're going to put bling over it. All right, let's start it here on this puppy down, and then we're going to figure out how we're going to get the tea bag stuck in there. Because I haven't even figured that out yet. This paper is gorgeous. You do such... Oh, thank you. Oh, inside. Well, the only problem is, I don't know. I guess I could do that. But I wasn't planning on having this be like a card that opened. Although, now that you say that... See? See. Sometimes I get these suggestions and I listen. Oh, look at that. That's cute. All right. So, Donna just made me change my mind. We're going to build a pocket in here. Let's build a pocket. So, I know that this is 4 inches. And I know, let's put the pocket on this side. 4 inches, so that's 4 inches. And I think this was, anybody remember? Who remembers? 4 1/8. Okay, I don't have stamp and seal on my desk. Do I? Oh, I do have stamp and seal on my desk. You would want to adhere this pocket. Let me just make sure it's the right size. You want to adhere this pocket with a stronger adhesive. Either stamp and seal or a Tombow liquid glue or the 2-sided tape that we have. So all I'm doing here is, and I'm not even going to measure this, I just know I want it to be lower on one side and higher on the other. So I'm just going to cut a diagonal pocket. Yes. Well, I think what I'm going to do, hopefully I cut it big enough to be able to slip that tea bag right in like that. That's my plan. So let me put some seal on here. Although I think I need to use this side because see how this one is just a little bit taller? I need to make this tea bag just, the tea bag's a little tall. I need to do it just a little bit taller. So let's add this. I'm going to put some seal just on the 3 sides, like that. And I'm going to put this in here. You could do this like 1/8 of an inch or a 1/4 of an inch smaller too if you wished. If you wanted to make sure that you got it so that it was completely encased. Now, you see how I created a little bubble there? That was kind of intentional. And hopefully my tea bag will fit right in there. And then I'm going to go back to my seal. Donna's recommendation, I'm going to put this in here. Maybe we'll add a little something. I don't know. We'll see. I guess you could write love whomever. Thank you. All right. And I am going to put this here just for a little contrast. So again, this is from the deckled rectangles. It's just a rectangle, but it has a little uneven edge, just for a little bit of interest. And I'm going to pop that in the middle. But first, I'm going to take this out just while and then I'm going to get some dimensionals. Oh, ribbon. I don't know that I'm going to use ribbon now. Because now, oh, I know. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it so it ties closed. Oh, these scissors are not very sharp. I know I say this all the time, but I never cover the entire back. I just cover rows so that I can do this. It'll pull up easy that way if you need to. And if I were making, 50 of these, I would do it differently, but when I'm doing a prototype, I don't like to use a lot of adhesive. until I know for sure that that's the way I want it to be. That way I'm not wasting pieces while I'm figuring it all out. Okay. Now I am going to go ahead and add just a speck of adhesive to the back of this. Like that. And smooth that out so it reaches. And I'm going to add more adhesive to this. Now that I've pulled it all apart and I know where it's going, we'll make this a little more secure. Like that. A little crooked. Are you guys saying to yourself, could you please, like, plan these and not put us through this torture? Is that what you're saying to yourself right now? Oh. All right. I think I'll put this little guy here, like that. Put this one here. I'm going to cut a little piece of this off for the handle. I'm going to do it thin, like that. I love to use every bit of those dimensionals. There we go. Oh, I made it a little too long. Have to cut that off. All right, let's add this. Oh, yes, you could, Karen. I've seen your projects. You absolutely could create on the fly. Once you get over the public humility of doing goofy things, once you get past that, I know you could do it. Okay, I need to add a little more seal here. I don't think I added quite enough here. So I'm going to adhere that a little better. Pop that tea bag in there. Like so. Wishing you a speedy recovery. You could sign your name there. We're going to tie a little bow here. I don't know if you could pop this in the mail. You might have to leave this at someone's door. I guess if you got a padded envelope, if you were willing to splurge for the padded envelope, you could. And it drives me crazy to have ugly tails, so I'm going to trim nice new ones. Sorry, that's kind of my thing. My mom was an excellent bow maker. There we go. And now I think we need a little bling. Let's see what we have over here. Nope. Let's see. I have a whole stash of bling over here. Nope. Oh. Maybe. Oh, yes, I like these. Oh, I like these better, I think. So these are the adhesive-backed sequins and gems. Although I don't, that might go. Or these are the 21-23 in colors. Karen, I'm a female. I'm entitled to change my mind, right? I think I'm going to use these. So I'll just put a few of these on. I like the pink. Like that. Even though it's not the same color, I think it reflects okay. Like that. And maybe one up here for good measure. There we go. And that's what we have. Speedy recovery. And thank you, Donna, for your suggestion about putting that on the inside. I totally revamped my tea bag idea. It was going to be like this, and it was going to open down, and the tea bag was going to be hanging inside. And you totally changed my mind. So there we go. All right, if you're really sick, look up 911 tea from David's Teas. I'm telling you, it's a game changer. And again, I don't get anything for it. All right, thank you, Karen. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Mary. All right, I'm off to pack my car. I will see you all Monday for Make It Monday. I will probably do it in the morning and be watching your email and post for bingo. I think we're going to do Monday nights starting in September. All right? I hope you all have an awesome weekend. Thank you all so much. Bye, guys. Be well.